Speaking of crazy people, Father's Day just passed, which was lovely. Did you do anything for it?
I spoke to my dad on the phone. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
He's in Florida.
Yeah, that's true. Makes it tougher to go out there. I texted my dad, but I also sent him a video of Crew saying Happy Father's Day, Grandpa. So it was nice.
Oh.
So yeah, but Father's Day, Nicole was working, actually, so she wasn't even around until later on in the day, but we ended up having, or Donna ended up having, Nicole's mom, a party at her house. I go downstairs, and I'm eating like a Viking. I have like drumsticks, I have pizzas, I'm shoving everything down my throat.
Yeah, you like Cole's Crew? You're like, oh, no.
Yeah, oh, no. Bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm like eating nonstop, and Mario comes in. And while I'm eating, he starts telling me stories. He loves telling stories, which
He's got pretty good stories.
He's got very good stories.
Yeah.
He's lived an incredible and very interesting life. However, when he's drunk, he tells me the same 3 stories every time, like 100%. These are 14
How's
months.
this delivery? Does it ever change?
So this is what is going on. It's verbatim the same. So he has the beats. He knows them. He knows exactly where he's going.
Material back pocket.
He even stops for a second and does like the thoughtful pause.
He adds some ends and ums so you think it's telling you for
like I'm an alt room. And this time I noticed that he was doing like a Burr in his 6th hour special act out conversation with himself. He played the character of the guy.
He was in black and white for some reason.
Dude, and he's like doing this thing, and I'm like, are you getting better? Have you been working these bits into a fucking iron hour? And now you're just adding the last bit of fucking just cherry on top?
Yeah.
Because this is a better experience. And then, of course, it was incredibly difficult to finish my food and then get out during a breath of one of the stories.
Right.
I actually had to wait out one here while I was putting it in the garbage. And then once I stepped away from the garbage, he cut me off right in front of the door and he told me another story. And I was like, okay. And then I was like, I'm going to go smoke this. And I went outside and I go to smoke and Joey is out there and he comes over to me and he lights up a cigarette and he goes, "You vaccinated?"
Father's Day, Father's Day.
And I go, I was like, I am. Yeah, I did. And he goes, okay. And then he just starts telling me about the vaccine. And he seems like, I mean, I don't know what the validity of what he's saying, but it sounds like he's read something. Right. You know, so it might have...
Trust me, I boosted the car of a doctor before.
Yeah, I mean, it might be like JennyMcCarthy.com, but it also could be wherever the fuck.
Sure.
I have no idea what he's reading.
Sure.
So, but I am listening to him explain to me mRNA, DNA, what this is, how it's not a vaccine, how it's gene therapy, and it's experimental. And I'm just like getting tunnel vision, looking at him like I'm
listening to
like
you
I'm
tell
in
it.
Get Out, and I'm looking at him like I keep changing my head and not like almost just to get a better look at him while I'm doing that because I'm not listening. I'm not. I'm doing good at appearing like I'm listening, I think. You're
getting socially dominated.
Out.
It's a very comfortable position.
I'm going to my no-no place.
Yeah.
I just realized.
I know what yours is. You looked at it, you go, oh,
yeah. But
you're very smiley.
But I'm very smiley. This time, you won't believe it. I went across, I brought something new to the table. I was all eye contact. Straight face the whole time.
Wow.
Straight face, dude.
Hardly blinking.
And after a while, I'd be like, I actually agree with that. Like, just every once in a while, I'd just kind of pepper in that. But I continued to make eye contact because it's very important to me that these old, tough Italian guys think I fucking like I have respect.
Right.
And I'm a good guy. And at the very least, I do that.
You can maintain.
Yeah, because all of them think I'm some twinkle toes liberal or whatever. And it's like, you guys haven't even asked me. Like, nobody has asked me what I've thought about anything. You've just told me what I believe and told me why that's wrong and gay. So I'm out there, I'm taking my licks, there's nobody to fend for me, and who comes ambling out but good old glass-eyed Mario just comes out and he sees what's happening, and then like I don't know what happened. Like every once in a while Mario will do these like are you nervous type things, but verbally, like the gay thing, because that's hilarious. Like, faux coming on to you, but in kind of an aggressive, like I, the way I do it from stage, except with less charisma.
Yeah, like when you're when drinking.
Yeah.
Being like what? Like sitting next to you, like squeezing you or something? Or
no, not hands or any any contact. Just like, nobody knows. Nobody will know. Come on. Like joke.
I
like,
see what you're saying.
But
that's
runs.
who you are when you drink.
Well, that's why I'm 2.5 years no drinking. There you go. And no, I punch. I don't whisper sweet nothings.
You do. You whisper a lot of sweet nothings.
Well, remember, I punched Brendan.
You threaten to bite. You do get punchy. Yeah.
Whatever.
You can't do it.
Don't make me face my problems 2.5 years later. I've bettered myself.
Oh, no. We all talk about it still.
Really?
2017 was a bad year for you.
No, it wasn't.
Isn't that when you quit? That was when the Me Too era happened. It was good you stopped there. You got real handsy.
No, I still had a year of drinking during Me Too, and I flew right through it.
Yeah, well, not all of us.
I mean, I definitely
stopped growing,
aggressively assaulted all my male friends.
Yeah.
All my male friends.
Yes, only males.
I sent a lot of unsolicited asshole pictures, dick pictures, poop pictures to all my male friends.
Yeah.
That's true. You guys got a case. So he's doing this thing. And then Joe kind of jumps in with a couple one-liners. Like he's really funny.
Sure.
He's got that he's got that mind too. Like, even just wise ass like street joke type things where I was like, in the middle of a conversation, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go grab water.
You just becomes Godzilla versus Kong. You just are like one of the the people in the city that are like, I'm just gonna duck out. You guys got this, right? All right.
That is exactly what I was like. I was like, I'm gonna go grab water, and he goes, your hands will get wet. I was like, that was fun, Get it?
Water.
Grab water. So it's like that stuff.
Captain Literal Man.
Exactly.
It works,
so it's funny though. So he's doing a couple one-liner jokes and they're very funny. And then they start naturally falling into a who's on first prison rape joke that's directed at me.
What?
It's the craziest thing that I've ever experienced as a social backstop, because it was two guys joking about raping me in prison, or how much I would get raped if I was in prison.
Yeah, that's tough.
So Nicole, bless her heart, sees on her watch that it's been a cool hour since I said I was going to eat a chicken nugget, and comes downstairs and goes, not in any type of nice way at all. It was like, Mike, what are you doing? Like, what's going on?
Not in any kind of nice way. Mike, what? What's going on? What are you doing? That's so funny. To someone who you think is saving you to aggressively to yell you out of a situation is very funny.
But it kind of,
I love that.
I don't know if
it snaps you in.
It's also a little brilliant because to them, brilliant. It sounds like we're in a fight.
Yes. Now you have to go tend to something.
But then also, because they're the, who they are, they're like, hey! Wow! Who's wearing the velour pants in this relationship?
Yeah.
All that type of shit. And I was like, no worries, I'll be in a minute. I was like, just finish your thing. What? Am I gonna be kicked out of my family after this episode?
I mean, for sure. I can't believe Nicole listens to this. I felt bad about ending some of your things, but I'm laughing at Alex, who's in the back, just like she's just like throwing her hand up, leaning back, like, I mean, the man's being very transparent. You can't knock him for that. He's speaking his truth. What happens, happens, and he's gonna say it. It's kind of artist he is. Take it or leave it, honey.
Yeah, don't be such a snowflake.
That's when you want to make your Irish goodbye.